So I think that from this point of view, working with social media channels or digital technologies or trucks that are going all around my balcony right now. Hey guys, sorry about that. All right. Okay, let's admit Clara. Admit. Here we go.
Hey, Stefano.
Ciao, Clara. How you doing?
Very good. How you doing?
Good. Quite good.
I love that.
Even though the situation is not the best one, but still.
It is crazy. It is crazy, but we're managing, right?
Trying to. Do you remember when I was in your showroom in Atlanta when we organized that event that we were talking about? You know, coronavirus is starting in Italy. Look where we are now. It's crazy.
It is crazy. I cannot believe that you were here and we were just talking about how terrible it was, and we were talking like it was never going to happen.
Crazy.
Oh,
really
that's
crazy.
So cute. Can I take a picture of that?
Yeah. Let me give you an idea of what we are doing here.
Yeah,
so
this
is our very first podcast that we will broadcast within our social media channels. And along with me is Marco Fontana, creative director of Tecnografica, and he will live hand draw during this conversation. And this is something that I am doing with several designers or players of the interior design or architectural field, in order to have ideas and discuss about future digital innovation and different other things from different point of views from all over the places, all over the world. So I'm really glad that you are here with me, Clara, and I would like to start right away. So if you can give us an idea of who you are and what you do, description of yourself.
Well, my name is, like you say, Clara, and I am the CEO of CIC Floors. We are custom interior contractors. We specialize in providing solutions for our clients' needs from the walls to the floors. And my background coming from the entertainment industry, have been passionate about the relationship, building that relationship in everything that you do. And I am very excited to be partnership with Tecnografica in everything that we do. Right now, we are putting together projects that are, the clients are not even thinking of how incredible could be having something with CIC, with the CIC floors, just, oh yes, the construction, the renovation. Well, let's go ahead and see what Tecnografica have for my walls. So it's like the clients open their eyes, and I am so happy to be able to provide that for our Atlanta community, something innovative.
This is something we are very happy as well. And regarding the situation that we are living right now, how do you think this COVID-19 disease and situation will affect the interior design world, especially in Georgia or in the Atlanta area?
It's really going to be a huge change in everything that we do from any type of aspect. I know that some industry has been more affected than others, but I have to say that our industry will be affected in a specific way. Our clients are going to learn to shop online more than ever. They're going to learn to appreciate perhaps more the eco-friendly aspect that products could bring to their homes. And I will say that they will also be more conscious. I think that these have to change the mindset of our world. So I'm looking forward to see what it's going to be in with different areas. It's going to change. But I already had started noticing in my industry from the eco-friendly aspect. Yeah.
This is something that is really, for the first time in history, affecting all the world, and at the same time, in an era where we are also very well connected digitally. So we can share with all the people we are working with or living with, even though if they are in other countries, basically the same feelings, the same emotions. And this is something that I think will be very changing and from this point of view. Sorry, I'm outside right now and I have some trucks going around. I don't know why. Yeah, because I'm smart working as well, so I'm working from home today, and
me as well. I know how it is. And now that you say that, the working from home aspect, I all the time invite my clients to. This is a time of reinvent yourself from the inner out, right? So people are start looking at things around their homes that they need to renovate, that they need to remodel and change, and they don't know what they're going to do. And of course, money is tight, but still they have stuff to change in their homes. So for me, it will be very important to offer them the possibility of looking around. This is the time of change, and no matter what, the change that is going to happen in your house, in your home, is going to affect how you're going to look at the future. So
this I totally agree. I'm having some conversation, as you know, with several interior designers or architects from different countries, and the topics that always come up is that right now people which are working from home, working remotely, smart working, they have a need right now to have a space within their houses in which they can work differently from before. So maybe now people are starting to look at this, and I think that companies like you can really, like yours, can really make a change from this point of view, and give them solutions.
Yes, absolutely. There are things that Tecnografica brings the solution also to my company, to CIC Floors, as a custom interior contractor. It is amazing because, in the past, people will just think about, the wallpaper and how I'm going to put it on my house and what area. But I just feel like it's really bringing a reason to reinvent yourself in so many ways. So the color,
especially right now that people are staring at their walls 24/7. Yeah,
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you are at home and you don't know what to do. So this is the time of to really look like, what I'm going to put in that world. So bring nature, bring some leaves, bring some, forest, bring some art to your home, and change the view of your child, eyes. And it's not just outside, you can also bring it inside. So
that is also interesting to understand, in your opinion, how companies like yours will be affected from this situation, and how they can improve or find an opportunity in this during this bad time.
So my company, for example, has been very impacted. We are closed. My showroom is closed. And I remember that you guys experienced the same thing in Italy. We've been closed since March, I would say the 17th, perhaps. And it was right after we have our 32 designers, right? We were not even thinking about it. But what we've been doing is that we've been visiting clients that are looking for renovations of new homes, and we are doing by appointments only on our showroom. So this afternoon, I'm going to have a client that is going to come and visit and see the showroom, with me, and it's not going to be anybody else. She's going to have her glass of mimosa and just going to head home. But it is very one-to-one, and I understand that we need to keep it in small groups, but I don't feel yet comfortable in opening the store and having my employees receiving, multiple people. So I think this is the way that we are operating, but a small business has been affected. We have a lot of restaurants, a lot of high-risers building that have to be, shut down completely. So I am very looking forward to a solution that it will be the decreasing of the pandemic or a vaccine. In the meantime, people in the industry have to put their pants on and continue to bring beauty to their homes of their clients in any way,
From this point of view, I think it's also very important right now to be able to use the digital technology and the digital tools that we have in our hand right now, especially in this moment. So, I just read a post on Facebook, and which was, who pushed the digital innovation in your company? And there were 3 options: CEO, CTO, COVID-19. And COVID-19 was the right answer, because, right now, this is the only option right now. As you said, you cannot have more than 1 person in your showroom. And it's, everybody knows that you have costs for run a company. And if you don't have people going in and buying products, this will be very impactful. So I think that from this point of view, working with social media channels or digital technologies or trucks that are going all around my balcony right now. Hey guys, sorry about that. And but you're already working in from this point of view in a very good way, I think. But from my experience, I see a lot of other companies or smaller companies that are not working well from this point of view, and this will be very bad for them. Challenging.
Yeah. So we have to open our mind. We have to think outside of the box and try to figure it out. How can we incorporate our talents and possibilities to not just to serve our clients, but to also serve us, because we've been born to work, right? We have that in our hearts. How come we're going to just stay home and say, we're not going to do nothing? So we do have the media. We do have the technology. Let's use it. And let's bring, like I said, let's bring the opportunities to our clients in so many ways, and also keep the mind, thinking and creating. I'm so amazed at the things that I'm seeing right now in your screen. It's amazing how, it is important to keep that in our eyes. Let's be positive and full of good incentive for our clients, because this is what we need right now. We need to use the social media. We need to implement more in a full capacity, all that we have, all the tools that we have. What about the measurements? I don't know if you have partners asking you how we're going to measure projects. They send us the plans, they send us the scope, and how they're going to select it. There is many ways that we can, do this. We just have to be open to think outside the box.
Oh yeah, now more than ever. And how is Atlanta facing the situation? I've been there a couple of months ago, and I loved it. I love the city, and you gave me a very nice tour of different parts. And US has been impacted heavily, and so I was wondering how Atlanta is facing the situation.
Yeah, so Atlanta was closed on a lockdown until April 30th. And the governor of a city, Governor Kemp, opened the city, asked us to open the businesses. And business essentials. And I understand that everybody struggle with that response in positive way and in negative way. And you have seen around the United States, multiple rates, people just saying, you know, give the people back their business or their jobs or whatever. I cannot really put myself in the position for somebody else. I think that the city, it was suffering because of the economy. I have people sending pictures with just a gallon of milk in the refrigerator because they don't have money to go and buy any other food. And I have seen companies putting their full support to feed the poor and feed the needy person and help others. So I think that we are a very very supportive town, very supportive city. I really like Atlanta, I really like Georgia. And I have seen how the people have gathered together to accomplish the goal of supporting others during this time in many ways. But there are businesses that are closed, restaurants that has not opened yet, and
maybe they will not open in the future if they continue not to having customers.
Yes, I think there is a fear of how to manage the situation, how you're going to bring people to your restaurant, how you're going to protect your employees, your clients. And for that reason, if you don't have the infrastructure to put gas machines, like when the people coming in, or if you don't have enough, you know, changes of masks and changes of clothes, I don't know. There's so many different things that people are asking themselves and evaluating, and in order to implement anything like that, it will really be cost.
Oh yeah.
You know,
also because, you know, going into restaurants, usually you go into restaurant because you want to stay, you want to have a relaxing time, you want to feel well. So going in a restaurant and being forced to social distancing or to eat with a transparent plexiglass screen in front of you, and on the other side your guests is from, I mean, at that point it's better to stay home. And this is another point, because people now are staying home more, they are more focused on their home. So speaking with some other people from US or also Europe, they tell me that now they are having more and more requests in terms of residential rather than commercial, because people staying home, they want to change because they see the same things all day long, more than before, and maybe they are looking into that. So maybe this could be some an opportunity for vendors or companies like you.
Yes, as you know, our main concentration is on the residential side. We have a department on the commercial side, but the residential side, we've been in the commercial side forever. Everybody needs to remodel their homes at a certain point in their life, or either change a carpet or change a hardwood floor, or like we see, you know, change the walls and put a nice wallpaper. So for us, it's been absolutely, you know, a change on the game in terms of how much people are looking now into products than before. Yes, we always had our clientele, but now, like you say, they're home. And I have people even asking me, you need to start considering about offering maintenance, because people are home, but the kids are home 24/7. And the homes are getting beat up by the kids. So they are suggesting in you know, what do you have that we cannot just remodel this wall, but what about maintenance my floor, or maintenance this area? So I think that there is definitely an opportunity for our vendors and our partners, designers, just think outside the box. There are so many different things that you can start helping your clients now during this situation. They just need an outlet. You know, Stefano, it's just a time and an opportunity for our clients to get on a screen with an expert. They just need an outlet, an opportunity to communicate, to tell about their projects, and see what is the next step. So
Definitely.
I think that it's important.
And this is one of the changes that the role of sales agents and vendors will have, in my opinion. So right now this is what we are also seeing in Italy, directly us. We used to have direct sales agent going all around Italy and showing our products to different vendors, clients, architects, directly going there physically and showing the samples. And right now is something that is not yet, is not possible to do. And I think even in the next future, it's not just a matter of 1 week or 2 weeks. For the next month, we have to understand how to work differently. For example, like with Zoom calls or Skype calls, in order to show the materials, to make the clients understand your knowledge. Then of course the physical meeting is always very important, having a personal relation with the person and showing the actual samples. But how do you think the role of the sales agents and the vendors will change in the future after this emergency?
Well, the good thing is that we have not stopped. UPS and FedEx are still working, right?
Yeah,
That's something good. At least
goods have rights to goods have all the right to travel, while human beings don't.
Exactly. Goods and bad, exactly, it's true. But I have to say that we have to raise to the occasion, and we have to make sure that our clients get our faces in their faces and listen to our story, listen to our product, about our products. And I do remember having a conversation with you when you were here about media is the way to go, and I know that they wanted to touch, they wanted to see, they wanted to feel, and that handshake, and that I know you and you are a friend, I wanted to buy your product, is what we have experienced in the sales industry, right? Well, this day, it has to be that connection through the screen. It has to be for the next 30 days. And we have to be proactive, and we have to be perhaps set our goals. It has to be the next 30 days. I don't know, Italy might be already ahead from us in those 30 days, but 30 days, then calculate your 60 days and have a plan. Sit down every day, at least 3 hours, and make your sale time, your opportunity to bring those visions and visuals to your client, and call and send through the mail. I don't know, how's the mail in Italy right now?
The mail is still working.
Still working. But that's something that I have to say that we have not honored our mail force, because believe me, I know that people have not gone insane because they have been ordering stuff through different, Amazon
marketplaces.
Yes, so I think that they're heroes too, and we need to use them. We need to use them. We need to incorporate them on our tactics and strategies. Try to have that list of clientele and send them your visuals. Make a story, Stefano. I love what our Marco is doing in the background. I mean, I really like those images, but we have to use Tecnografica to make stories as well. Each one of those visuals have a story, and imagining the story of your client's home. You know what I mean?
No, it's like that. Is client and people right now, they tend more to focus, rather than brands, to story. So they want to buy products that are similar to them, and share the same feelings and things that also they do.
Yes.
And this is very different. And I think that this is also something that will change a lot. I was reading something about, for example, the influencer marketing that now is going down, because people right now in this very bad situation, they don't want to hurt rich people from their $5 million houses from the pool telling everybody to stay home. Yeah, thanks. Okay. But so this is also something that will change. I think people right now are looking for authenticity, for reality, for real things.
And I have to tell you, the real thing about this telling a story is that our clients, for example, myself, I am coming from the Dominican Republic, my husband coming from Mexico. We have a beautiful wall that we wanted to decor, and I've been telling you about that. I have to finalize my details on that wall. And I've been thinking, what it will tell the story about me and my husband and my kids. I have 4 kids, and each one of them are so full of their own personality. My house is full of music. So I will have to definitely find something that embraces that. And our designers, our creative people have to think outside the box. It's not just about putting something on a wall. Now we are talking about something authentic that is going to bring life to that home, and that is going to bring life to that heart. Yeah. Because we are right now, we are lacking of that. We are lacking of the energy. We are lacking of the passion. We need to bring that to our environment, to our community, in everything that we do. So I would definitely invite clients and designers, anybody out there that wanted to think outside the box, to definitely start from your own story. Think about inner and look for the things that you wanted to, change, reinvent, remodeled from the inside out, and tell your story. It is an amazing story.
Yeah, and it is real. It is authentic.
It is real.
And people tend to understand that. Yeah, people tend to understand what is real and what is not, and they tend to follow what is real and what they know. Because as you said, you have a family with kids and a husband and music in the house, and this is something that people can relate with, because maybe they have the same. Maybe they also have kids with all different personalities, and maybe one of them is going and drawing all the walls. So maybe they understand the situation. No, this is definitely something interesting. I think that this situation is pushing everything faster than before. So these changes, this digital revolution that is happening, it was already happening, but now has been pushed more than ever. It's like 10 years in one. And I think we have to be able and pay attention to these changes, because now everything is faster than before, even faster than 2 months ago. And
you have to raise it.
Not easy.
We cannot be afraid. We cannot be afraid. I have to confess that I was super nervous and a lot of anxieties the first 2 weeks. You remember when you were here?
Yeah.
I think that you were thinking in Italy, how your family and how they were doing, and it was scary. Those first 2 weeks, you don't have any idea. It was unprecedented. But one morning I woke up and I just, I told myself and I told my oldest kid, we cannot do this anymore. We have to raise to the occasion. We have to pull our pants together and just move forward.
React.
You need to react. I love that. Yes. And you need to, push, like you said, push forward. This is going to be bigger than you, but it's not going to knock you down. You can knock this thing down in every single way. You can knock down the economic crisis that you fear. You can knock down the possibility of being lonely by connecting with others. The possibility of not growing by reinventing yourself and start looking for options. So there is no way that we are going to get stuck in the fear. We are going to move forward. This is a revolutionary, movement, and we have to, keep it up.
Yeah, embrace it. Yeah, no, definitely. And how are you facing the market? So, is the market completely stopped right now, or because I think Italy is maybe 2 or 3 weeks ahead of US in terms of
Yes.
what will going on, and what I'm seeing right now is that we really had 2-3 weeks where everything was closed, and even in terms of orders, it was a really difficult situation because you did budgets for the years for the month to come, and you have to completely change them because but still the costs that you have, they're still there. And
Yes, yes.
so I was wondering if this is also happening in the US, and if everything is on hold right now, and if you think that this will restart again, and in which way in the next month.
So I have seen in different aspects, different ways, because the real estate industry is still moving. There are people that repurchase homes, that they're closing homes, and they need to change something in their home. So I see the residential side of my clientele. It is still moving because of the real estate is still moving. I will say that in the other part of the industry, on the side of the industry, it had stopped. It's I have seen a lot of labor that my installers that doesn't have any jobs, and I have seen that. So I think it's going to take, I will say, those 30 days that we were talking about to see really the industry start moving. However, the commercial side, completely, like the buildings, constructions, and all that are still moving. They have restrictions. They have a lot of protocols to follow, but they are still moving. I'm not going to say that it is in full capacity, but it is still.
Okay.
I still receiving a lot of bids that they wanted me to quote for products, and I still receiving clients asking for a question about Tecnografica. So I am, cool. Yes, I am really not surprised because, like you say, there are people that have hands in their homes now that they have to find what to do, right?
Yeah.
So they are expecting products, expecting projects, and I think that there is still a good amount of work. The other side, what I am concerned, is that yes, they're going to be expecting and putting your products on their plans, but I don't know when those projects are going to start happening. That's the only thing.
In China, where everything started, so they are even ahead of Europe and Italy. There is this one thing called revenge spending, so that people, once they were free to go and free and able to go to restaurants or being able to buy something, so they tend to spend what they didn't in the month earlier. I don't know if this is the case in Europe and US, because it's very different culture, and one of my fear is that from the commercial point of view, where the projects are the biggest, if I am an hotel and I plan to have 1,000 people this summer, and then I have 100 people, then maybe I won't have the money to purchase something for renovating my spaces. Mm-hmm. So maybe this is something that we will see now, but even in the next future, it will impact, because maybe projects that they would have done, they would have thought they will not do that. So this is something also scary. But from another point of view, is a matter of people. So it's really up to the people to restart the economy in the good way, and to the government to be able to assist them.
So what you think it is that perhaps our architects and designers are more conserved in terms of expecting products, because they're not even thinking about that this is going to happen, right?
The thing is that I spoke with several architects and designers during these weeks, and everybody is telling me, I took this time to focus on my projects, to organize a few things that I never had time to. And so there is a positive attitude in this sense.
That's what we want, positive attitude.
Yeah, of course, from the other end, there is the actual market, and you have money to renovate your spaces if you have income. And the problem in this crisis is not that there is no money like in 2008, because there is money, but there is no demand and no offer, because the stores are closed and people cannot go and buy. And so it's a very strange situation. And everybody is talking about this as a war, but I don't think this, because after a war, after World War II, there was a renaissance. So people were happy to go out and buy and go to the restaurants and stay together, 50 people in one place. And right now it's different, because when this will be finished, I mean, I'm not sure that people will be so happy to go in a bar and stay in 50 people together in one table. So we will see what happens. But what I'm seeing from you and from other people I talk with, is a positive attitude and a positive vision of the future. And I think this is the important thing, because everything is up to people in the end.
Well, I'm thinking that, it's the perspective. Nobody knows what's going to happen, but if you don't have a positive attitude in life, you're going to fall into that depression, anxieties, and all of that. So in the meantime, why to do that? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing else you can do. Life is one, and it's going to continue no matter if you want it or not. It's going to continue. So let's just embrace it. And the economy is going to hit hard, and we just have to, my advice for anybody, in terms of the industry, try to keep your cash as much as you can. Try to move your designs and your projects into your buckets. Try to finish them and submit them. Try to have your clients contact and do your sales pitch every day, and keep it up, and try to go outside, and you know what I mean, like breathe, relax,
and don't sleep on the couch all day long. Yeah,
don't do that. Don't do that. And it is going to be hard in the economy. It's going to be terrible, but there's nothing you can do about it. So something that you can do about it is use your talents and your resources, your tools. And the media, it is out there. That is our face, our stage in life right now. And we have a tremendous amount of tools to use.
True.
So I'm just going to use it.
Me too. Clara, this was an amazing and inspiring conversation, and thank you so much for accepted to accept our invitation to this podcast. We will broadcast this on our social media channels, and also we will send the video to you if you want to use it. And that's it. Thanks so much for being with us, and I hope to see you soon in Italy or in US as soon as we can.
After this pandemic is over, Stefano, you will have me there. You know that I
looking
love
forward
to visit you guys. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thanks to you.
Keep it up.
Stay safe.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Ciao, Clara. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.